Good, good. Come on then, let's see what we can do now. Come on, my lovelies. Good. I have a lady here. I'm very much aware that as she passes here to the spirit world, there were 5 people she leaves alive in the world that meant everything to her. As she brings this to my mind, I get the strange feeling here that her movement was very much restricted. And I know that getting up, moving was a big thing for this lady before she goes over. She makes reference to the name of Ted or Edward. Edward, it's rather more Edward than Ted. And I also get the sense that she would remember the problem with her eyesight, or a problem here with the eyes. So we have a lady's hand here. Would you mind standing if you don't mind, if you can? So you understand all of the information I speak of? Would your lady been very small or skinny by the time she passes to the spirit world?
Yes, definitely.
That's it. And how does she connect to this name of Edward?
My husband.
Okay. My darlings, as I talk here of my lady, I have a strong feeling that she would have been misdiagnosed, or there was a real delay in the treatment of my lady.
That's right.
Okay. My darlings, would you also know whether she has a sister alive in the world? There's a sister, and you are the sister. That's lovely. She was a lady that used to like to play with words or play with crosswords. I know that she was an intelligent woman throughout her illness. Is that okay for you?
That's right.
And I know that she never would complain. I never complained. And that's something they always said about me. She must have been in pain, she must have had terrible problems, and yet she never ever complains.
That's right. Yeah.
Is that okay for you, girls?
Yeah.
That's it. And I know as she talks about that, I feel very strongly she was desperate to complain, but didn't want to be a Nancy. She didn't want to be a crybaby. Because I know my lady was brought up from strong family and strong parents that kept her strong, that made her strong. I feel here that they would have willed her or taken her to the window so she could have a wonderful view.
Yeah.
Is that okay for you?
Right.
And I know that she wants to thank you for being so sensitive, and to give me this wonderful view that was so important. I know that the yellow flowers and daffodils are extremely important to her. And I know that we all like daffodils, but for her, they were like little pieces of sunshine. The sunshine that was brought into her room, and the sunshine that she could see outside of her window too. She had a dog, this lady, the love of the dog, that's important to me too. And where do I go? Where somebody, when she was very, very poorly, they brought a dog to come to see her so they could lick her face. It could lick her face.
Yeah.
And I know that this dog and her seemed to be such fondness between the two of them. And I know this dog brought such a smile to her face. She was unable to utter her words clearly before she passed. Do you understand this? I know that she had difficulty formulating words here before she passes. And all she wanted to say is, I'm going to be okay. Because, you know, she knew of the spirit world, this lady, before she got there. She may have called it heaven, but she believed in something other than just this mortal life. Her belief in God, her strong belief in the hereafter kept her very, very strong. Now, there must have been a priest that came to see her. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
And although she remembers that priest, it frightened the life out of me, she said, when he got there, because I knew my time was up. And yet I feel that she went on just a little bit longer. After the priest came, she went on just a little bit longer. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, definitely.
And I think that was more to spite him than anything else, you know. That I weren't going to go until I'm done already, and that's it. She would have liked to wear tights. I don't know why I'm seeing this, but tights are important, and like American tan tights. Is that okay for you? You like that, don't you? And I know that she's making me wear her American tan. I'm sure they look lovely, but the American tan tights that she puts here against my legs. But these are, it's a simple thing to tell you, and yet it's her memory and something you absolutely know connects to her, and that you may know that she is here in this moment. Come, darling. I know that we've already mentioned Sister is here, but I believe you ladies look very similar. Your face and her face are very similar as I see it, and I feel like 2 peas in the pod is exactly what we have. Come, darling. I know I just must go. So the sister comes, the mother comes, and the small boy come here in this connection. All our love to you and to yours. And I say, God bless you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. It's been, I know, a great pleasure to work with you and for you this evening. For my part, I do hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. I hope you take away with you that sure knowledge that life is eternal. Many, many people look for their own survival evidence. I ask you all to keep searching if you've yet to find it. Because I know when you truly, truly believe and know that there is a life after this one, life becomes very different. So God bless you and good luck. Thank you.
And the last thing I'd like to say to you this evening is keep them alive in your thoughts, keep them alive in your heart, and one day you'll realise the one thing that I've probably known all my life: death is the greatest lie we're ever told. There is no death, there is only change. My name's Colin Fry.
My name's Tony Stockwell.
Cardiff, good night and God bless. Thank you. And this one's too.
I think they're wonderful, the pair of them.
We've had a lovely time, and Tony, I think you're lovely.
I've seen them on TV, and that's what made me came down this evening.
You're very welcome. All right, sweetheart. Bless you. Thanks ever so much.
Summer? As in the season? Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
It was a fantastic evening, just to have the experience to be in the theatre, to experience their presence and just to see how they work live rather than on television. It was absolutely brilliant.